Welcome to generated transformation. We are discussing one more transformation that is called as sequence generated transformation. The sequence generated transformation is a passive, so it does not affect the number of input rows. The sequence generator is used to generate primary key values and it's used to generate numerical sequence values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here it is a passive transformation, which is a passive transformation. We already know what is active and what is passive also. So in the passive transformation, the number of records is equal, source is equal to the target. So which is called as passive transformation. So in this passive transformation, the sequence generated transformation is also is a passive transformation. So the main goal of this transformation is to it will print one to a sequence of numbers. So which will act as a primary key also whenever we use it. For example, you want to assign sequence of values to the source records, then you can use sequence generator. So in the source required, we don't have primary key. So for that, we should make a primary key from this sequence generator transformation. We can see this in SCD type 2, I think. Right. So next, the generated sequence values can be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, or 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, depending upon the configured properties of the transformation. Sequence generator has two output ports, that is current value and next value. Here, the current value is always next value plus 1. To generate the sequence numbers, we always use next value column. That's it. Okay. Properties of sequence generated transformation are, since the sequence generated transformation we are having so many properties. In that, the most important properties are start value, increment by, end value, cycle. So first we know about the start value. It is the first value. It is the first value will be generated by the transformation. So which value we want to give the start value? Here in the in this example we are given here 1 is a start value. Here 5 is a start value. Here 10 is a start value. Like that, we can give our start value. So by default value is 0. So increment by. So from this, so here the next value is value, and here we incremented 1 to the current value. That the current value becomes next value plus 1. Like that, increment by. This is a number by which you want to increment the values. So if you want to increment the 5 from a starting position, so that is 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. If you want to increment the value with the 10, it go for with the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Or if you want to increment only 1, it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is the increment value. End value. So the end value is nothing but maximum value. So the initial, if we taken as the initial value is default value is 1, the maximum value is 100, it reaches up to 100 only. So what happens after 100? You may get the doubt. But that we are going use, we have to use cycle. Understood? From 1 to 100, number sequence of generated numbers are generated 1 to 100. So we are given the range as 100. So if this option is set to, then after reading the end of the value, the transformation restarts from the start value. So in this example, we will generate sequence of numbers and store in the target. So here you may get the doubt here. That is, if we're not giving a cycle is uh, not enabled cycle, we are given only 100. So it will go with the sequence of numbers 100. So if we are giving cycle is enabled, so it will generate from 1 to 100, and it always repeats from again 1 to 100, again 1 to 100, like that. It will repeat whenever we are enabled cycle. So for this, we are creating a target table, that is employee underscore sequence, by using this code: employee number, number four, not null, e-name, job, manager, high date, salary, commission, department number, serial number. So this is data types we are using. This is the variables. And next, import the table in Informatica as a target table. So we are created the table, and we can import the table from the transformations. We can go with we can import to this source and target tables. So the source table is employee is already there in our Informatica Power Center here, and we are just created another this one. So we can import this created table to the target. Next, create a new transformation in the mapping. So we go with the transformations and click on the transformation. It will ask the create transformation. In that, you select the sequence generated transformation, and you give the name as sequence underscore employee, and go with the create button. Next, sequence generator transformation will be created. Select done option. So it will gives like the sequence next value and current value. It gives the default port values, and we are always giving next value to the serial number, whatever the employee number, employee name, job, manager, hire date, salary, commission, all we should map from the source qualify to this. Now we have to give the code now here. So you double click on sequence. You double click on sequence generator, then it will display. The window is like this, and go to the properties, and here you go. Start value is one, and increment also one. If you want to give cycle, end value is given the big number here, not 100, whatever discussed earlier. So you can click on OK. Now save this mapping, execute it after creating the session and workflow. So we already know our employee table is having Scott, King, Adam. There's a sequence of names now. So from there, the sequence generator will be display the sequences like 1, 2, 3, 4. So here incremented only one. That's why it's giving the like that kind of output. Okay. Thank you. Have you understood? Please subscribe and share. Right.